Hi everyone, it's Evangeline here at Etrio.com, and today we are looking at our Hollywood Racks destination 4-bike rack here on our 2020 Kia Sorento. This is an awesome bike rack if you are looking for something that carries 1, 2, 3, 4 bikes without being too heavy or too pricey. This has a weight capacity of 120 pounds total, and as you can see here for the Cradles, this can accommodate tire widths of up to 3 inches. The way our bike is mounted here to our bike rack is by 1 2-wheel straps and this frame mount. I really like this style of a frame mount, especially for this bike rack, because you have a 360-degree range of motion. So you can move this up, down, left, right, and around in order to accommodate almost any type of bike frame. To dismount our bike, what I like to do is start at the wheel strap. So press that lever and pull that strap up and out of the way. Here I recommend rotating them downwards just so that they're not in the way when you dismount your bike. So that was 1 strap, 2 straps, and now we go to the frame. So for here I recommend holding on to your bike as you do so, just to keep it supported as you take it off this clamp, just like that. And from here we can lift our bike up and over, and you are ready to go on a bike ride. Let's take a look at the rubber straps so you can see how they ratchet down to secure your wheel. They also have this nice rubber strip here at the middle just to prevent extra scuffs and scratches while you transport your bike. You can lower the mast, and to do so there is this knob that you have to loosen first. This holds the anchor in place. So with this loosened, make sure not to push it out all the way. You can lift this anchor up, then tighten this back down. And from here, once your knob is tightened down, you can lower the mast and secure it with the wheel straps. When you do have a bike rack at the back of your vehicle, you do have to remember that some length is added to the back of your vehicle. Let's see exactly how much. So from the back of our bumper on our SUV to the end of the bike rack by these nice reflectors, we have it at 37.5 inches. That's a fair amount of length, but you are carrying around 4 bikes, just something to keep in mind when you are driving around town and you want to park into a tight spot or back into your garage. Now let's take a look at the ground clearance. So here at the end, right where those reflectors are, it sits at 20.75 inches. Now this is the end ground clearance, something to keep in mind when you are driving up a steep incline like a driveway or a hill. Now you can also fold this up, and to do so, take out this clip and rotate this bolt, so you have this knob that you rotate to release the bike rack in order to fold it up. So once you get that folded up, align it with the hole that you just took this knob out. So then put that back in and tighten it down in order to secure it. So once you have this knob tightened down as much as you can then use the pin to secure it into place right there. With this folded up, you can see how there's a big difference compared to with it folded down. Let's take a look at the length it adds to the back of our vehicle now. So from our back bumper to the end of the bike rack, which is by this mast, it is 11.5 inches. Big difference. You definitely want it in this position when you're driving around town. Although do note that some parts of your lights are a little bit covered, but you can still see the blinkers on the side. As you can see here, with the way our bike rack sits, right at this height, you still have your entire rear window open and clear from obstruction. Now, as for your backup camera, I did hop inside to check, and you do have a limited view since this area is still open for your backup camera, so it's not completely covered, and you can still see vehicles and objects behind you. This bike rack fits into 2-inch hitch receivers like what we have here on our Kia Sorento. So 2-inch hitch receivers only. and it does come with an anti-rattle bolt and a lock. Now, it also comes with an included tool, but I highly recommend picking up a performance tool with a 3/4 inch socket because that makes it a lot easier to install. Here on our test course, we'll start by going through the slalom. This is going to show us the side-to-side action, which simulates turning corners or evasive maneuvers. Once we get to the alternating speed bumps, we'll see the twisting action. This will simulate hitting a curb or a pothole or driving over uneven pavement. Now lastly, we're going over some full speed bumps, and we can see here the up and down action, and this will just be like driving in and out of a parking lot, garage, or driveway. My final thoughts about this bike rack is I do really like how it allows me to carry 4 bikes without being too heavy or bulky. So if I want to fill up my SUV with everyone who wants to go out for a ride, like my family or my friends, this allows us to carry all our bikes for our trip. Now, it does not come with like a cable lock or a tilt-away feature, so that's just something to think about. But as for the features it does have, which is to carry your 4 bikes around, I think it is at a great price. It's a good entry-level 4 bike rack, and that was a look at the Hollywood Racks Destination 4 bike rack here on our 2020 Kia Sorento.